Okay, so this is going to be part 3 of my episode 1 of Honor of Kings Global Gameplay. And I think in this episode we'll actually finish up talking about the builds. So yesterday I posted 2 streams. One talking about let's go to equipment page here. Yesterday I talked about physical attack items, defense items, boots, and also roaming items. The roaming items section I did not explain too well because I was feeling a little bit under the weather. So in summary, what I mentioned is just essentially get Crimson Shadow as a tier 2 item and then either upgrade to this shield or this damaging support item. Right, do not ever get these two. Just get the shield and I'm not actually sure what this symbol is. It looks like really cool, but like I don't really know what it is supposed to be. This diamond thing, I guess. Just get the shield and the diamond looking thing. Okay, let's talk about the magical items. Okay, first item is Scepter of Reverberation. This is just your boomstick from Arena of Valor. And so this item is pretty garbage for me because it gives you a ton of magical attack and 7% movement speed, which is quite a decent amount, but it does not give you any cooldown reduction or any HP. So you're not really getting a lot of like room for errors. I don't really know. Room for errors sounds really strange. You're not getting any survivability. You're also not getting cooldown reduction, so you can't. This item is sort of a item for a late game, I would say, where your cooldown has already been stacked up. But if you use this item for a late game, the scaling for this item is also not really good. Like the base damage is quite high at 120 in the early game, but the scaling is only plus 40%, which is not that high, to be honest. So this item is not, I don't think it's very useful, and I think it's superseded by another item that I'm going to talk about later. Okay, this is your Hikate from AOV, and this item is not a must-have definitely for a lot of mages out there. If your scaling with your magic damage is not really high, then this item is kind of optional. Usually you want this to be your 5th or 6th item. Once you got enough magic damage like as a base, then you can get this item because it increase your base magical attack plus by 30%. So if you buy in the early game, you don't have a lot of magical attack, then you are not really getting a lot out of this item. So if you are a mage that can have cooldown reset skills, okay, have mages that can reset their skills for some reason, like Tulen for example. If he actually kills the enemy, then he can reset his ultimate. Then you can get this item. Otherwise, for traditional mages that don't really have any cooldown like reset skill, then I would just say just get a regular cooldown item because this item only gives you 200 magical attack. Stats for this item is really garbage for its price. The only useful thing is its passive, 240 magic attack. You can get it from a lot of other items at much cheaper cost. So I would say this item is really, if you have a reset skills and your magic attack damage scaling is very high. Next, this item is the item I mentioned that sort of replaces, that supersedes the Mask of Reverberation. This is your berry from Arena of Valor. It only gives 120 magical attack compared to 240, but in return it gives you 5% cooldown reduction and 800 max health. And the passive I would say is actually stronger than the passive from this boomstick because first it has a less trigger time, less cooldown time of 3 seconds compared to 5 seconds from this. Next, it actually scales really well because it scales with the enemy's current health, and the late game they will have a lot of health. They can have a potential of having a lot of health. So this skill will, it scales according to the enemy's health, and this can be really high or really low. So it's like a little bit random, but the thing about this is, from in the late game, if the enemy is half health, then it will scale better than this Scepter of Liberation, and it also trigger much more often, 3 seconds compared to 5 seconds. So for every one trigger of this Scepter, that you are basically triggering 1.7, close to 2 times of this item's passive. So this item is also I think you can apply the like anti-heal effects on the target while the target is taking like burn damage. So that's another plus from using this item. I would say this item is useful for many poke mages. For example, this Wang Xiaojun or Diao Chan from Arena of Valor. She has a very powerful S1 poke skill, and her poke skill, where you got her CD to 40%, her poke skill has cooldown of 3 seconds, which is perfectly in line with this item's passive. So you can just use your S1 to poke the enemy while dishing out a lot of damage using this burn effect from this item. So really good for a lot of poke mages out there. Next item. This item is your... I'm not sure what this item is called in Arena of Valor, but there's a similar one. The stats are pretty good because it gives you 10% cooldown reduction. That's one of the highest on this page. Also gives you 300 max health, so you got a bit of survivability. 140 magic attack, which isn't too high, but decent amount. The price is okay, just average price. I would say this item, he has really good stats because 10% cooldown reduction, you don't really get it on a lot of items. The problem with this item is most mages do not deal one burst combo, and they do not deal consistent multiple stages, how to put it, successive skill damage. Most mages don't do successive skill damage, but if you are playing somebody like Maganga from AoV or Bian Chue here, then this item is really good for you because not only does it have very good stats, it also has a you can also take full advantage of the passive here, and if you do, this passive is really strong because it increases your magic pierce by a lot, up to 300 in the late game, which is unheard of. You are basically dealing true damage even to units with a magic negation item, magic defense item. So really useful for Maganga, pretty much a must-have for Maganga. But for other mages out there, I would just want to specially mention one mage, which is Milady. Let's see. Let's just go to Milady here. I don't know why they call him Milady. I mean, this is the direct translation, but it's so weird. Okay, she can actually summon minions, right? So her minions don't actually trigger the passive from the item itself. So while her minions is attacking the enemy, it does not count as dealing damage to the enemy hero. I think this should be dealing damage to hero with skills. Only then will you increase the magical pierce. Yeah. So summons don't actually trigger the passive here, so just take note of that. And don't build her on Milady. Okay, next, this item here, pretty much garbage item for me. Cause direct pierce is always better than percentage pierce. And in 99% of the cases, you always want to use direct pierce because the magic defense, very few units will build magic defense item here. Because there's a lot of items here, more than AoV, and people usually fill up their 6 slots with their core item, and that don't usually include magic defense item. So maybe this item can be useful in the high elo, where you got a lot of magic damage dealers on your team and the enemies has a lot of magic defense. But otherwise, this item is not really necessary. Most of the time, just with 1 boots plus 88 pierce from the Arcana, you can get 188 pierce, which is good enough for most games. So percentage pierce isn't really necessary. 88, you already get 88 inherent magical pierce from your Arcana, which is quite high. So for me, this isn't really too worth it. Let's talk about stats. It's a little bit pricey. Stats wise is decent. No cooldown reduction is a problem. So I would say stats is not good but decent. The problem is just the passive is way too horrible. Okay, next. This item is a must-have for a lot of mages out there because it gives 10% cooldown reduction, a ton of health, 1000 health. That's pretty much unheard of. If you take a look at this item, it only gives 300 health. This item gives you 1000 health, okay? And if you take a look at the magical attack, it gives you 180 compared to 140 from Twilight Stream. So this item gives a ridiculous amount of stats for one item. Also, the passive itself is a decent passive. It's not really like a very, very good passive. I think most people get this item just for the stats. 1000 max health, that's the highest pretty much you can get of all the magic attack items, I think. So definitely must have for a lot of mages out there that relies on cooldown reduction. As you see here, my build for Milady, I have it in her second item slot. Well, third item slot if you discount the boot. I'm discounting the boot right now. Usually I have this book in my third item slot because I really want to get my CD to 40% so that I can swap my boots out for the magical pierce boots. Yeah, so this item will allow me to achieve the 40% cap quickly, which is why I always have it in the second or third item slot. Third or fourth item slot. I always ignore the boots as an item. Okay, so let's talk about this book next. Pretty much garbage for me. The stats wise is okay, not great because it does not give you any HP. If this gives you HP, it will be pretty good. Gives you 400 magical attack, which is a lot, but if you want magical attack, then you might as well just get this one instead. It also costs a lot less. Yeah, and this thing gives you 10% cooldown reduction. I would say that's not really that useful because usually you get this item in the late game, right? And in the late game, the cooldown for your skills are pretty low, and then usually you have a lot of cooldown reduction already. So this item, the cooldown reduction for this item is not really that useful, I would say. And it has a pretty weak passive in my opinion. Increase your damage dealt by a maximum of 12%. Obviously, this is not a 12% boost to your magical attack. This is stronger than that because it includes damage from your base damage from the skills. 12% pure increase in damage. So passive wise is the decent passive. I would say if you look to maximize damage from your mages, one combo from your mages, then you might get this item, but you will want to use this item as a fifth or as a sixth item, just 100% as a sixth item, not even a fifth item, because this item is super expensive, and it does not give you any health, so very little room for errors in my opinion. So I don't really have this item on most of my mages. I would say this item, if you are playing something like the Tulan again that relies very heavily on burst damage, then this item might be useful for you on the 6th item slot. Let's see, this is your Arctic Orb in Arena of Valor. I would say this item is pretty garbage. I mean, the stats that it provides 160 magical attack, 10% cooldown reduction, no increase in health at all. That's just not that great in my opinion. The only useful part of it is the passive. The active. It gives you 1.5 seconds of damage negation, but in Arena of Valor, this Arctic Orb actually gives you a shield after the item active has ended. This doesn't even give you a shield. So in my opinion, it is pretty bad, and even for someone like Tulan, I will not use this item at all. In Arena of Valor, this item gives you 240 magical attack, pure magical attack without any other stats. This at least gives you 10% cooldown reduction in exchange for 80 magical attack, which I think is a fair trade. But the problem with it is just that it does not give you a shield after the item end. So in a way, it's actually weaker than Arena of Valor's Arctic Orb. And in Arena of Valor, not a lot of units use Arctic Orb already. So yeah, I guess you can put this as a fifth or sixth item if you want some survivability. What you can do is you can use this item, then you can sell it and replace it with the revive item. So once this item ends, then people burst you down, then you can revive after that. But I just personally just don't like this item because it's way too expensive for its mediocre stats. Okay, next, Holy Grail. This item is a must-have for a lot of mages out there who uses mana. Pretty much 99% of mages who uses mana will need this item because this item gives a ridiculous amount of stats for its price. It gives you 180 magical attack, so same as this tomb. That's actually a decent amount. It gives you 15% cooldown reduction. That's the highest that you can get out of all the magical attack items on this page itself. And it gives you 500 max health, which is a decent chunk of health. So you're getting tons of health, tons of cooldown, tons of magical attack. The three stats that a lot of mages actually want. The core stats that a lot of mages want. So in my opinion, this item is S tier and must have item for all my mages essentially. All my mages, main mages actually use mana. I don't play somebody like a Ras from Arena of Valor, so all my mages uses mana, and as long as they require mana, I will use this item as my second item slot because it's just so good for reducing cooldown and getting our cooldown to the 40% cap. Next item, Golden Blade. This item is a very super niche item. It's basically your AoV has this item as well. I think it's a Zwine Heidler's Blade. Increase your attack damage by 60. That's a little bit awkward because you are mage, right? So why would you use basic attack? And what will you skill with attack damage? I think this item is intended for Clash laners that also deals magical attack damage. So it's not really intended for mages per se, who rely a lot on their skills rather than auto attacks. Even somebody like a Kali, for example, would not use this item. And I don't think there's any Kali here. Let's just take a look at the mages to see if any mage can actually use this item. Let's see. I think Sima Yi can use this item. Probably not. He wants burst rather than consistent damage. I'm looking through the mages right now, and I simply don't see a hero that is reliant on auto attacks. Even for somebody like a Bien, he is not reliant on auto attacks at all, more reliant on his skills. So I would say the item is pretty much garbage, and nobody should use it. Unless you are a Clash laner who deals magical damage using auto attack skills. Let me see if there are any such Clash laners. I think most Clash laners are physical attack people. I guess Meng Qi might use it. I think this hero relies quite heavily on his auto attack as well. But like probably besides Meng Qi, I don't think any hero should use the item. Okay, let's go on to the next item. So my verdict is that this item is garbage. Alright, Slave of Sorcery. This item is not really that useful because it does not give you any cooldown reduction. That's one like heavy downside. It gives you 500 max health, 180 magical attack, 8% movement speed. All the stats that all the core stats that a mage would need. The problem is it does not have cooldown reduction, and it's a little bit pricey at 2120. You have to be a mage that really needs really have an empowered auto attack as part of your kit, or else you won't really use it. But even if you are a mage with that kit, it's competing with a lot of other useful items. So let's see. I will change this to another hero, and then we'll see what core mage item is competing with. Okay, you are competing with these 5 items. So this item, even for mages with empowered auto attack as part of their kit, you might not get this item. So for me, this item is quite mid, to be honest. Let's talk about this item. This item is a Frost Cape from AoV, and I would say this item is not that great, not as good as AOV's item because it does not give you any cooldown reduction at all. It does give you pretty decent stats, 140 magic attack, 1000 max health. 1000 max health is a lot. Unfortunately, it costs quite a lot at 2150. Also, it gives you 230 magical attack and defense, right? In the late game, that's not gonna make much of a difference. You want this item in your early game for the second passive to make much of a difference. But if you get it in the early game, then you are not getting a cooldown reduction. So in my opinion, this item is sure it's good for survivability, but you want this item maybe as a jungler mage. So if I'm playing Tulan in the jungle, then I might get this item because I'm not short on cooldown reduction. I'm also sort of like a cold quarter combat mage, a melee mage. So this item will give me some survivability definitely. On Tulan I actually use this item, but that's only because I get the blue buff. I'm a jungler, right? So I don't really have a need for cooldown reduction. Otherwise I wouldn't really get this item. Okay, next. This item is pretty much garbage. It's garbage stats. Its passive basically allows you to run away when you're below 30% health. So it helps you avoid getting bursted down by assassin. Unfortunately, this item has very, very horrible stats. Gives you 600 max mana, which pretty much nobody needs. 50 mana per 5 seconds. You are already getting this item, this Holy Grail item. You already have a lot of mana regen already. So the 50 mana here is also completely redundant. It only gives you 200 magical attack. I mean, for an item that only gives you magical attack, that's not a very high number. Usually it's 240. So the only useful part of this item is its passive. And it only triggers every 90 seconds, which is quite a long cooldown. So this item is not really that useful in my opinion, because if it gave like a little bit of better stats, then I would maybe get this item. But like maybe if you give it a 10% cooldown reduction, then I will get this item. As of even a 5% cooldown reduction, I might consider it. But as of now, this item is completely just too horrible in stat line for me to give it a chance to see any play. Let's talk about this breakthrough. Let's talk about this venomous stuff first. I'll talk about these two afterwards. Venomous stuff is basically your anti-heal item. Do not get it if the enemy don't have a lot of healing, and you definitely want it if the enemy has a Taiyan or some kind of very a lot of healing on the enemy team, like a Diao Chan for example. They can get this. Besides the anti-heal property, it does not have any other uses. Stats wise, it's also pretty decent. 10% cooldown, 240 magical attack, which is quite a lot, and it costs an average amount. So stat wise, it's okay. The problem is just that you don't get this item if there are no healers on the enemy team. Next item, let's talk about Frozen Breath. This item gives you 5% cooldown reduction, 600 max health, which is a decent amount of health, 118 magical attacks, whatever. So for its price, its stats are a little bit lackluster, but it has two very great passive. Whenever you hit the enemy with a skill, it reduces their movement speed by 20% for 2 seconds. That's a significant amount for a decent amount of time. That's 20% is not a significant amount, like a decent amount for a significant amount of time. Then skills deal 120 to 400 extra magical damage and it's a cooldown of 5 seconds. That is not okay. That's not a very decent passive, I would say. That's an okay passive. Usually you use this on support heroes or use this on mages that don't really deal DPS but deal more, play more of a utility function in the team. You will not want this on the DPS mage hero, because it's not intended for DPS, right? It's intended to sort of annoy the enemy, provide debuffs to the enemy for your team. So if you are playing a support-ish type hero, then this item is going to be really good for you. So if you are playing somebody like Princess Frost with innate slow in her kit, or you have multiple phases of attack, because for example, Swamping. Let's go to Swamping here. Let's go to Swamping skill description, because I think a lot of people don't actually know what Swamping does if you're coming from AoV, because she doesn't exist in AoV. This hero over here, whenever you throw a skill, right, just look at the video description here. It has two phases. The first phase is it will slow the enemy down, and then the second phase it will explode. So when you throw it, the first time you throw it out and it deal damage to the enemy and slow them down, you are already activating item like the item passive. So when the item actually detonates itself, it can trigger the passive again. So you get double users of the passive, which I think fits a kit quite well. If she already also have a movement speed debuff, so we can trigger the skills due. I think the first stage of Swamping's attack won't actually trigger the second passive, but the second phase of her attack will trigger the second passive of this item, the 400 extra magical damage with reduced movement speed. So you really want mages to have like 2 successive attacks in the skill rather than having like 1 attack only. Because I think if you only have 1 attack as a part of your skill, then it will not trigger the second part of this item passive. Again, this item is really going to be good for your support heroes. We won't go into too much detail. It's going to be good for your support-ish type mages if you are not intending to, if you do not intend to play something like a Wanner, for example, a mage assassin, then just get this item. Yeah, a lot of mages out there is going to be utility mages, so a lot of mages can actually use this item. What's good about this item is also give you a 5% cooldown reduction. There's only like 4 items, 4 or 5 items on this page that give you cooldown reduction. This item is one of them, so you can use this to ramp up your cooldown reduction to 40%. Next, Breakthrough Rope. This item, pretty much you only get it for its magical pierce. Gains 4% extra health worth of magical attack up to 100. That's not going to be a lot. 100 magical attack, that's whatever. This item itself gives you 120 magical attack, which is really low. If you take full advantage of its passive, then it gives you 220 flat magical attack. Then it also gives you 1000 health, which is okay. I think the main attraction of this item is the second passive, which gives you up to 175 magical pierce. 175 magical pierce is a lot, and you don't really have to stack. Unlike this item over here, you don't really have to gain stacks on the enemy. So this item will deal 175. If you have a skill that has multiple phases of attack, then like a Diao Chan, for example, or maybe like a Wang Shaoqun's ultimate, it deals like a lot of ice crystal shards damage, right? Then each shard is actually dealing an additional 175 magical pierce. You do not need to stack it. Like if you use this on the Wang Shaoqun, for example, the first hit of an ice crystal shard is gonna have like only 30 magical pierce, followed by 60, then 90, and so on and so forth. But this item gives you 175 direct magical pierce. So if you're playing a hero without a lot of multiple hits in succession to their skill, then this item is going to be good for you. 175 magical pierce, if you add it to these boots over here, you'll get 275 plus your Arcana. That's around 363. 363 is going to be enough for a lot of squishy heroes out there. If they are building magic defense, then 363 is not going to be enough. So in cases where the enemy builds a lot of magical defense, you can actually consider using this item together with this item. If your hero can take advantage of this item's passive, for example, then you can combine it with this item, and then you'll get a maximum of 663 pierce, which is absolutely able to negate all of the magical defense from your enemy. Let's say the enemy has boots of resistance plus this succubus cloak. It's still not going to be 663, so you're essentially doing true damage to your enemy. So for majors, late game majors out there, you can consider using these two items in tandem, because direct magical peers actually stack with each other, unlike with percentage magic peers. So that is one option for you guys. Also, but I think in most of the cases, the enemy is not going to build a very magic defense heavy build, so you can choose either one of these two items. If you are a mage with multiple phases of attack, you can choose this item. If you are mage with only one burst skill, one burst like hit attack, then you just get this item instead of this item. Yeah, so your 5th or 6th item should always be either one of these two, I would say. Yeah, I think that's all for the explanation of the equipment slots, equipment page, I think. Hopefully you guys can get some insights on what item I use. Let's go to my Wang Shaojun here. So these are the most common mage item I actually use. Okay, the support item is kind of weird. Like a little niche thing that I use. Let's go to Diao Chan, for example. These are the normal items that I get. So Holy Grail is my number 1 item. I'm excluding the boots. So this is my number 1 mage item, followed by this one, my number 2 mage item. Gives you this 2 item gives you tons of stats. Followed by this one. Diao Chan can actually have multiple hits of a skill. So it can take advantage of this item's passive to stack up the magical peers to a very high degree. The main reason I get it is still for its 10% cooldown reduction. This way I can actually swap out these boots for boots of the arcane. Okay, next, I already have these 3 items already give me 35% cooldown reduction. Next, I get Barret's Agony. This item gives me a little bit of burn damage and increase my DPS, but the main thing is just for the 5% cooldown reduction, so that I can get a total of 40% cooldown reduction. That way I'll be able to swap these boots out for the boots of resistance or the boot of the arcane. Okay, next, the last item I get is sort of a free slot. I use this item so that I can give her some survivability, but I guess, let me just take a look at the skills. I guess you can go for the last equipment slot. I think it's a free slot. You can honestly go for other Dominator, that's fine as well. I think just to give her some survivability. You can go for Splendor, I guess. Can go for, if you really want damage, you can go for Tomb of Wisdom. That's also a good item to have. Honestly, I think that's about it. So the first 4 items are basically fixed for me. Well, not 4 items, 3 items. These 2 items are always compulsory for a lot of my mages out there, because it gives you 25% cooldown reduction with a ton of health. This item this item is not really compulsory, but a lot of mages actually do poke damage. So this item actually fits most of the kits fits a lot of the mages out there. Fits the kit of a lot of mages out there. Is what I'm trying to say. So these 3 items add together give you 30 to 35% cooldown reduction, which is enough for most mages out there. I would say that the last 2 item slots are going to be free item for you, so just pick whatever items you like. But for me, these 3 items are usually core item for a lot of mages. Okay, I think that's enough of an explanation. Let's just go on to my regular rank games. Okay, let's see. This recording app tends to drain my battery extremely quickly, so that's something I have to watch out for. Also, it causes a little bit of lag for me in game. So, just want to mention that if there are any lags because of the recording software, then I might just end the stream session abruptly, because I don't really want to affect my performance in game because of the streaming software. This already happened yesterday, like twice yesterday, where my ping dropped to 150, between 150 to 200, and like my screen like froze for like 1 to 2 seconds. So definitely don't really like those things to be sort of a recurring thing. So if that happens again, then I will just end the stream. I would just want to let you guys know. Let's see. Again, the point of these streams is not really to for an audience to view it per se. I mean, it's really good if somebody views it and enjoys watching the content, but mostly it's for my own, how to say, own enjoyment. Just want to sort of archive my performance in games, and just want to archive my thoughts on the game itself, so that maybe in the future I can refer back to them. I always find it very entertaining to watch my own videos. I don't know why. Probably not gonna be for other people. It also like sort of boosts my own confidence, I guess. Not really. Boost my ability to talk to like a camera, or talk to monologue, I guess. My ability to just ramble on and on, I guess. Okay, I'm going off a tangent here. So the point is, I'm okay if there's zero audience watching my content right now. It's mostly archiving for archival purposes. So I don't really want the stream to really affect my performance in game. I really want just while archiving my games, I want my games to be smooth, to run smoothly, and my priority will still be for performance in game. If the performance in game is affected, then everything else is secondary. So in cases like that, then I'll under stream. But I think for now, I'm not getting any lags, so let's just start a ranked game. So this is my performance yesterday. I recorded these three games: the Nakaruru games, the who is this, Huang Zhong game, and the Zhuge Liang game. All these three games, my performance was pretty average, bad to average. But as soon as I stopped the stream, my performance actually spiked up. You can see the KDA is a lot better. Okay, I got a 6-2 on Nakaruru, 6-0 or UG, 5-0 or UG, and this one I got a losing MVP. 13.8, I got the highest score out of everybody on the losing team. So it's pretty good performance, I would say. It was a very spectacular match. Also sad that I cannot catch it on camera, but if I catch it on camera, maybe I'll perform a lot worse. So somehow I always tend to perform worse on camera. Hopefully that won't be the case going forward. Okay, let's start my ranking journey here. Currently at Diamond 2. Okay, so I'll be mainly playing farm lane and jungle. Okay. Again, just like yesterday, I'll talk briefly about the team composition. Then once the game starts, I will cut my audio. Okay, and I'm continuing to dodge. If I see a lot of China players on the enemy's team, then I'll try to dodge. Okay, seems like I have 2 China people, 1 VM player, and one player from other countries. Usually China player and like Vietnam players, the Asian players don't really like to play support, cause you can't really carry as a support in this game, at least not as well as Honor of Kings. Yeah, so I think a lot of Asian players don't like that. A lot of Asian players are competitive and want to carry. Yeah, just like me, I guess. I'm a second pick, so usually you want to pick UG not so early on, because if you pick UG, the enemy is going to go heavy in magic defense, magic attack composition, a magic attack heavy composition. So I don't really like to pick UG so quickly, but I don't think my team is giving me a choice here. So I think let's just pick her. Yeah, nobody is letting me pick for them, so I have to pick here. Yao, I'd say, is pretty garbage hero, garbage support hero from my observation. So I guess it's pretty good to have a Yao on the enemy's team. Unfortunately, we have a Butterfly. I just don't think Butterfly is that good, to be honest. We have Zhang Fei. Zhang Fei is pretty good here. Okay, we have a Zephys. I think Zephys is a lot better than Butterfly. Okay, we have a Liu Shan. I would have preferred a Zhang Fei, but Liu Shan is also okay. At least he's a tank compared to Yao. Yao is like, the shield that she provides is so little compared to Anya from AoE. And then she's also like harder to play than Anya, and people often play her wrong. and she also cannot provide vision at all because she's permanently like always with the jungler or always with the marksman. So your other teammates will actually essentially just suffer. Okay, we have a Donghuang on as our Slayer laner, so that's really really bad because he can't split bush. The late game will have a very hard time like dealing with the minions from the clash lane because he cannot push the wave out compared to Kwang Tie. So our Slayer lane is a severe disadvantage. I think I will cut the audio here. And then we are facing a duo queue right now, so that's really bad. I'll cut the audio here. See you guys after the games have ended.
Welcome to Honor of Kings. You are on the red side of the map. Enemy minions will arrive in 5 seconds. All forces, move out!
The wind shall remove any trace of your existence. Yeah. Wait. First blood. Yeah. Wait. Ha. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Hi.
Let's give this invention a try.
Whispers of the forest.
Exclusively.
I shall not cry for my lover, as long as I carry him in my heart.
An ally has been slain.
Ha. Hi. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Ha. Coward. Face Mother Nature.
Enemy has been slain.
Ha. Wait.
An ally has been slain.
Wait. Wait.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Purify everything. The forest, the world, and my soul. Ha! Yeah! Hi!
Play it by
Weakness is no excuse for fear.
An enemy has been slain.
Hey! Yeah! Hey! Ha! Hey!
The Overlord and Tyrant have shields have been shattered. Catapults moving out. You have slain an enemy. Destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy. Wait. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Wait. Yeah. Hi. Ha. Yeah. An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. Not ready yet.
I shall not cry for my lover, as long as I carry him in my heart.
Everyone, attack the Overlord!
The wind shall remove any trace of your
has been
existence.
slain.
I shall not cry for my lover, as long as I carry him in my heart.
Wait, retreat! Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Wait. Wait. Yeah. Your team has destroyed a turret. Wait. 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 Ha. Yeah. An enemy has been slain. Why race against the wind? Killing spree. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Hi. Ha. Rampage. Hi.
Silence!
Shut down. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Pain is the ultimate tool for teaching the corrupt.
An enemy has been slain. Ha! Hoi! An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Enemy double kill.
The wind shall remove any trace of your existence.
Hoi! Yeah! Your team has destroyed a turret. Killing spree. Enemy killing spree. Shut down.
Purify
Your turret
everything.
has been
The
destroyed.
forest, the world, and my soul.
Ha! Ha! Hoi! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Ha!
Weakness is no excuse for fear.
Yeah! Ha! Hoi! Yeah! Hoi! Ha!
shall not cry for my lover, as long as I carry him in my heart.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. We have slain an enemy. Enemy double kill. Double kill. Double kill. Your team has destroyed a turret. Killing spree. Aced. The Overlord and Tyrant have been enhanced.
Okay, I would say this game, at least our support is kind of like normal. He didn't play too well, but at least he followed me, and he wasn't like off doing nothing. So yeah, this game was pretty smooth. The enemy also, to be honest, did not know how to play. The jungler did not try to gank me. Yeah, I was very safe. The last portion, I actually made a mistake there. I shouldn't keep auto attacking. I should try to kite the enemy around. My last if they had looked at my last team fight there, I was a little bit too close to the enemy. So what I could have done is I could have like ran away. When my S2 ended, I could have like used the red buff to sort of move myself away from the enemy instead of just trying to auto attack them, keep auto attacking them. But then again, I have like 40% life steal, so all the enemies are basically squishy. So by constantly attacking them, I'm gaining a lot of health. Not sure if you guys can just watch that last team fight over again. My healing was a lot from my lifesteal Arcana, so managed to heal myself back to like a decent amount of health there from attacking them. By attacking them, I did not lose health. In fact, I was like sort of like gaining health, losing health at the same time, so my health was sort of always even. Yeah, so I need to, in team fights as a AD, I always like to just keep dishing out damage. Sometimes you need to really be wary of your own positioning instead of just trying to dish out damage. Okay, so farm lane again this game, probably still pick UG. Not sure if this match is going to be as smooth as the last game. Usually that won't be the case. The last game is more of an exception than the rule. Okay, that guy already picked a full, so that's already pretty hard hero to fight against. Damn it, I should have picked for him. Okay, that's really bad. The Ali actually kind of counters me because they do magical attack damage. Zhuge, I'm not sure if Zhuge is a jungler or a mid laner. It would be a lot better if it's a mid laner, but as a jungler, then this game is going to be really hard for me. We do have a Lam, so I guess that's good. Okay, the support is Zhang Fei. Okay, the team composition, okay, oh my god. They are all magic damage dealers. Zhuge is a jungler, that sucks. Okay, in that case, I need to build the defense item. This magic defense as my last item, because there's a lot of magic damage dealing units on the enemy's team. There's Olafu's also deal true damage, so me second picking is really, really bad. In this game, I would have picked Huang Zhong over Yu Ji, just because there's a lot of damage dealers I mentioned. Magic damage dealers. Okay, so I'll cut the audio here. In terms of lineup, I like theirs a lot better. I think besides Lam on our team isn't really that great. Liu Shan is probably going to feed. I have a suspicion that it's going to feed, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, see you guys at the end of this round.
Welcome to Honor of Kings. You are on the red side of the map. Enemy minions will arrive in 5 seconds. All forces, move out!
Purify everything. The forest, the world and my soul. Yeah. Wait.
First blood. Nice. Huh.
Yeah. Wait.
Huh.
Wait.
You have slain an enemy.
Silence.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh. Charge!
Yeah.
An ally has been slain.
Oops.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wait. Yeah.
Ultimate not ready yet.
Yeah.
Charge!
Hi.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah. Wait. Weakness is no excuse for fear. Yeah. Wait. Wait.
Huh.
Yeah.
Copy that. Enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Wait.
Killing spree. Huh.
Yeah.
Huh. Huh.
Wait.
Huh.
Yeah. Hi.
Huh.
Forgive me.
Slain. Ultimate not ready yet. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Unbelievable. Triple kill. Shut down. The Overlord and Tyrant have fallen.
My lover.
Tower
long as
shields
I
have been
carry him
shattered.
in my heart.
Catapults moving out. Your team has destroyed a turret. Ah!
The wind shall remove any trace of your existence. Yeah. Hi.
Attack the enemy's tower. Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Why race against the wind?
Huh. An enemy has been slain.
Yeah. Wait.
You have slain an enemy. Killing spree.
Yeah. Hi.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Enemy double kill.
A shall not cry for my lover, as long as I carry him in my heart. Yeah! Ha!
Shut down!
Wait! Yeah! Wait! Pain is the ultimate tool for teaching the corrupt.
An enemy has been slain!
Face Mother Nature. Weakness is no excuse for fear.
Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain!
Ha! Wait! Ha! Yeah! 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 Wait! Ha!
Your team has destroyed a
Copy that.
turret.
The wind shall remove any trace of your existence. Ha!
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Wait! Yeah!
Enemy killing spree. Shut down.
Ultimate not ready yet.
An ally has been slain. Rampage. Shut down.
Purify
Your
everything.
turret has been
The
destroyed.
forest, the world, and my soul. Hey! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Hey!
Your team has
Face
destroyed a
Mother
turret.
Nature.
You have slain an enemy.
Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Weakness is no excuse for fear. Hey! Ha! Hey! Yeah! Hey! Hey! The wind shall remove any trace of your existence. Yeah!
You have slain an enemy.
Ha! Yeah! Wait!
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
I shall not cry for my
Amazing!
lover,
Awesome!
as long as I carry
Appreciate
him
it.
in my heart.
Copy that.
Yeah! Ha! Wait!
Killing spree.
Yeah! Wait!
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Ha! Wait! Ha! Face Mother Nature. Wait! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Hi! Ha! Wait! Ha! Ha! Wait! Wait! Ha!
The Overlord and Tyrant have been enhanced. Cannons moving out.
Purify everything. The forest, the world, and my
Ultimate
soul.
not ready yet. Assemble!
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Hui! Yeah! Yeah!
I would say this game made the two deaths are kind of unnecessary. Not okay. One of them I think is unnecessary. One of them is like inevitable, I would say. So I think this match was okay. Dong Huang actually did really well against this Lao Fuzi. I don't know how this Dong Huang fought so well against this Lao Fuzi, but this Dong Huang solo killed this Lao Fuzi a few times, which I kind of find unbelievable. So I think the MVP goes to Dong Huang, honestly, because I don't know how like a RM can actually solo kill a Lao Fuzi. It makes no sense to me. I think he tried too hard to engage before he gets his Fafnir talent. I don't know what it's called here. I think the Lao Fuzi tried too hard to engage on the Dong Huang and misjudged Dong Huang's base damage before he gets his Doomsday. Because once Lao Fuzi gets his Doomsday, I don't think he can really lose to like a tank side laner. So yeah, probably bad play by the enemy Lao Fuzi, enemy Omen. I'm just gonna dodge this game over here because there are two Chinese players and one Korean player, and there's a Vietnam player on side, which I don't really think is, not to be racist here, but there's clearly differences between countries in terms of skills, and Malaysia and Singapore and China are like the forefront, I would say, followed by like Korea, maybe some of the more Asian countries, like even Japan is okay. Then you have your Indonesia and your Philippines. Then honestly, the other countries, they don't play that well. Like Brazil, I think don't play that well. Turkey player. To be honest, Brazil, Turkey. I'm not saying the players are bad because obviously all players are sort of born equal. They just have not much like exposure to MOBA scene. That's why in Arena of Valor or Honor of Kings, you don't really see any like Africa or South Asia or like North America countries really doing, or South America I would say, doing that well. Because most of the competition is still dominated by Asian players, simply because we have more exposure to it, right? We have more years of playing the MOBAs, so it's understandable. And right now I've dodged the game, so I need to wait a minute before I can start the game again. Let me just take a quick toilet break here. Okay, let's get into another round of ranked games. Okay, so far 2 out of 2 wins. Honestly, these two games I played okay. I did not play it super well. I played like average, I would say. Well, usually you don't decide the strength of player by watching like winning games. The strength of player is determined by losing games. So I really need to play a losing game in order to, like, for you guys to gauge what my ability is like, because anyone can win a winning game. Jungling, okay. Again, my main is gonna be Nakoduru, so can ban Lam, I guess. Doesn't really affect me. I think I'd rather ban Lam, honestly. Not gonna play him. Oh, Lam is already banned. Okay, that's fine. I don't really know why people ban modes. Like, that's weird, kind of weird. But again, this is Diamond Elo, right? So it isn't really high in the first place. So I think most people don't know what they are doing, besides like maybe the Chinese players. So I guess it's understandable. Now I need to look at their enemies composition first before I pick my jungler. I can either pick Zhuge or Donghuang. Okay, seems like I'm in the duo queue right now. Okay, my teammate is trying to communicate. Okay, it seems like my solo laner is like a pro, I guess. It's like has a little bit of experience. 2,300 Mulan. Wait, 2,300, is that high? I think that's low. Like, I think usually when I think of honor points, it's like 8,000 or something, or 7,000. Whatever. The enemy has a I don't know what my teammate is saying, man. 2,300 is high? Is it high? Because last time I played in Honor of Kings, I mean in their high is around like 7,000, I guess, or 8,000. 2,300 is high? I don't know what he's saying. Okay, anyway, this is a duo queue against a duo queue, I think. Okay, the enemy has the Xiaoming. Xiaoming in AoV is absolutely garbage. So not sure I think the performance in Honor of Kings is a lot better. I don't know why. Maybe the damage scaling is a lot higher here. But I think Xiaoming is still pretty weak as a support here. I think I'd rather see a lot of other supports rather than Xiaoming. Like, Xiaoming is a noob stomper hero, I would say. Again, like, I'm playing in the lower elo, so I don't know whether Xiaoming is good here, but if my teammate know how to play properly, they will know how to play around the Xiaoming. You need to play like on the opposite side of the Xiaoming, because Xiaoming is permanently following a marksman or the jungler, right? So the other side is extremely weak. You need to sort of attack the other side. Yeah, let's cut the audio here.
Cooldown. Retreat. Assemble. Retreat. An ally has been slain. Skills and cooldown. Retreat. Skills and cooldown. Retreat. Skills and cooldown. Retreat. skills are ready. Retreat!
Come on, stand up! Hey! Hut!
My ultimate is ready! An enemy has been slain. Double kill! Unbelievable! Appreciate it. Assemble at the marker. Assemble! Attack the marker. An enemy has been slain. Ultimate not ready yet.
Come on,
Charge!
stand up!
An enemy has been slain. My ultimate is ready. You have slain an enemy. Killing spree. My ultimate is ready. Ultimate not ready yet. The Overlord and Tyrant have spawned. Ultimate not ready yet. Tower shields have been shattered. Catapults moving out. An enemy has been slain. At the marker. Your team has destroyed a turret. Ultimate not ready yet. My ultimate is ready.
Can you find me in the light?
My ultimate is ready. Retreat. Rampage. Assemble. You have slain an enemy. Retreat. Double kill. Your team has destroyed a turret. Rampage. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Ultimate not ready yet.
How's this?
My ultimate is ready. My ultimate is ready. Your team has destroyed a turret. Unstoppable. Double kill. My skills are ready.
has destroyed
My
a turret.
ultimate is ready.
Get! Hey! Get!
My ultimate is ready. My ultimate is ready.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Feel the wrath of nature!
Legendary.
Get!
My ultimate is ready.
Let's
Assemble.
go! Mama haha! Hey!
Ultimate's not ready yet.
Get! Hey!
My ultimate is ready.
Hey! Come on! Stand up! Shikura! Hey!
Assemble.
Hey! Get! Hey! Hey!
Your team has
My
destroyed a
ultimate
turret.
is ready.
Rampage.
Ultimate's
Legendary.
not ready yet.
An enemy has been slain. Unstoppable. An ally has been slain.
So pretty much I stormed this game. I don't know what the enemy is doing. The enemy keep getting solo killed by my teammate. My teammate did make a mistake though. Don't think that like just because like my teammate is doing very well that they are doing everything correctly. They are always camping at the enemy's high ground rather than trying to go around and clear their jungle. So that is one very bad thing that they do. That is really risky in higher elo. So they shouldn't really do something like that. They shouldn't really camp around their high ground and try to look to push. I guess. Like honestly, they need to go to clear the enemy jungle and try to get objective. That is something that I don't see them doing at all. This game is a little bit more even. Okay, they have two China players. We also have two China players. One Filipino on each team, and Korean. We have a Korean player. They have a Brazilian player. A lot of China players are also using Brazilian VPN, so it can be a Brazilian player disguised as. I want to play farm lane, just play according to your lane. I would definitely not play a clash lane. I thought it was a mid lane. Yeah, how about no? Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna pick Huang Zhong here. Pretty much. Oh wait, what the heck? This game has two ADs. Oh my god, this. What? Oh. This game, I think I will need the magic defense item. I think this game, if I don't get magic defense, I'll be pretty much screwed. He's gonna invade the jungle aggressively, so I think I need to help my guy defend the jungle. Yeah, this guy is gonna be very aggressive in the invading. So our support need to defend the jungle. I mean, our support as a gold symbol. I don't know. I don't really know what it means, but probably means that he's very high honor points for the hero. He achieved very high honor points, I guess. We will need to put the thing in the jungle, the grenade in the jungle. Not grenade, but like landmine. Okay, we need to put it here. Wait, yeah, I used. Wait, this guy made a mistake. He's gonna die now. Okay. Yeah, this guy absolutely invaded the jungle. A little bit unfortunate. I'm very well fed, so you need to be careful here. He's gonna Can you put a okay, good. Okay, Tiger is invading the jungle again. Support really needs to stop following me and guard the jungle. Okay, good. At least I trade 1 for 1. Guess that's the best I could have done. Who is their mid? Their mid is... I don't know who's their mid. Their mid is Sun Ping, I think. Then who is their Li Bai? Wait, who is their support? Okay, Sun Ping is their support. I guess Li Bai is their mid? I really don't know. Stop taking my lane farm. Oh my god. So freaking annoying. Oh my god. What is this support doing? Okay, the enemy has two people that know how to play. Our team basically has nobody that knows how to play. I mean, yeah, I'm the only person that knows how to play on my team. The enemy has the other three honestly are pretty stupid, but there's two on the enemy's team that really know how to play. I mean, this Liu Shan is honestly pretty garbage. Like, wow, that's a lot of damage. This Liu Shan does not look at the map at all. He always try to like solo the enemy by himself. But the enemy support also don't know how to play. The thing is, okay, wait, what? How did the enemy just die twice? The enemy is very well fed though. That the Li Bai has really high gold. So it's a little bit worrying. Then this Lianpo just went to 1v3. Okay, at least he can escape. That's good. Wait, what? How did this guy defeated the Ali? Okay, the Ali is garbage. I mean, yeah, the Ali clearly don't know how to play. I mean, her combo is very slow. Yeah, the Ali is not a Chinese player. If he's a Chinese player, he wouldn't be playing like that. Okay, good. I don't know what this tiger is doing. I mean, I have flicker, I have so many skills left. And this, I don't. Okay, he went and trade 1-for-1. That's like completely not worth it. It's a shutdown effect. You need to take the enemy's jungle. Okay. Oh my god, I should have flickered. Okay, that was a slight misplay. Yeah, shit. I should have altered a flicker. I was way too slow. Yeah, that was completely unnecessary. So that was my bad. Yeah, well, I did not lose any minions, so isn't such a heavy loss, I guess. Lipa is really difficult to deal with, I think. I think he's the most difficult unit to deal with from my side, from my end. Tiger, honestly, not much of a threat at all. They need to really just stop and try to take the jungle monsters. You can see the lower elo players, they always like to fight at the high ground, and then they will lose eventually. Okay, need to be wary of the jungler. I don't think he'll be wary of me. Let's just rush this. I mean, he isn't going to wait for me, so we need to rush this. Okay, the tiger is... Okay. Yeah. One death was completely unnecessary. The other deaths are kind of inevitable. So, played okay this match. %, that's fine. The Ari is Shakes Head, 1 out of 9. The Tamo, the monk, is also like, what is he doing? The tiger is also kind of stupid. I think the early invade from the tiger is really good, but then his follow up is completely garbage. There's 2 Vietnam players on my team and a Brazilian player, but the enemy also have a Brazilian player. Should I start? I really don't know. I don't think I should start here. Yeah, I should just dodge this game. There's only 1 China player though. Okay, let's just take a risk. Farm lane, okay, that's fine. In the higher elo, I say higher, but in the high average, I mean, I'm in the diamond, right? But in diamond, I think the best carry position will be a marksman. Cause no, the best carry position is a jungler, but only if you're a strong jungler. If you're not a strong jungler, then the carry position is marksman. On the contrary, below diamond, you always want to play jungle. Jungle is the most carry role, regardless of whether you are good jungler or not. But in diamond, the differences between the jungler tends to become more obvious. For me, I mean AD, so Chomley is definitely better for me. And my jungler isn't especially good. I want to see the enemy composition before I pick the Huang Yuji. Cause if they have a lot of magic dealers, then there's no point in picking Yuji. Yuji is basically Joker from AoV. Stuart. I think they renamed it Stuart a few months ago from AoV. The enemy is the King of Landing, so King of Landing is so weird to say, right? Yeah, so I need to be careful of the King of Landing. Otherwise, not much of an issue. Enemy composition is okay. It's not really that strong. Just need to watch out King of Landing. Just don't use my second skill haphazardly, and that's just about it. The rest of the enemy isn't really a threat to me. Okay, so I think I will end the mic here. See you guys on the next game.
Welcome to Honor of Kings. You are on the red side of the map. Enemy minions will arrive in 5 seconds. All forces, move out!
Pain is the ultimate tool for teaching the corrupt.
Assemble! Enemy in our jungle. Help me get rid of them. Wait. Yeah.
The wind shall remove any trace of your existence.
First blood. Hi. 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 Ha. Hi. Ha. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Pain is the ultimate tool for teaching the corrupt. Yeah.
An slain.
Weakness is no excuse for fear. Yeah. Hey. Ha. Yeah. Hey. Ha. Hey.
Ultimate not ready yet.
Yeah. Ha. Hey. Ha. Hey. Hey. Ha. Hey. Whispers of the forest. No escape.
You have slain an enemy.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Overlord and Tyrant have spawned. Tower shields have been shattered. Catapults moving out. You have slain an enemy. Coward.
Ha. Hey. 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 Why race against the wind? Yeah.
Enemy missing. Watch out for
The wind
ganks.
shall remove any trace of your existence.
Charge.
Yeah. Hey. Ha.
An enemy has been slain.
Ha.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Hey. Hey.
Retreat.
Yeah. Ha. No escape. Yeah.
An enemy has been slain.
Hey.
You have been slain. Protect our damage dealer. Your team has destroyed a turret. Enemy in our jungle. Help me get rid of them.
Weakness is no excuse for fear. Hey.
Your turret has been destroyed. You have slain an enemy. Ultimate not ready yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
An enemy has been slain.
Pain is the ultimate tool for teaching the corrupt.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Ha. Ha. Hey. Ha. Ha. Yeah.
You have slain an enemy.
Hey. Hey.
An ally has been
Forgive
has
me.
been slain.
Forgive me.
An enemy has been slain. Enemy double kill.
Weakness is no excuse for fear.
Hi. Yeah. Enemy missing. Watch out for gangs. Huh. Hi. Huh. Yeah. Hi. Huh. Yeah. Hi. Huh. Ah. Yeah.
Purify everything. The forest, the world, and my soul.
Yeah. You have been slain. Enemy killing spree. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I shall not cry for my lover, as long as I carry him in my heart.
Hi! Your turret has been destroyed. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Hi. An ally has been slain. Huh. The Overlord and Tyrant have been enhanced. Cannons moving out. Yeah. Huh. Your turret has been destroyed. Ha! Yeah. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Shut down.
Silence!
Ha! Hey. Yeah. Enemy killing spree. Ha! Hey. Ha! Ha! Yeah. Yeah.
Forgive me.
Been slain.
Forgive me.
Protect our damage dealer. An enemy has been slain. Enemy killing spree. Enemy rampage. We're behind in gold. Keep farming.
Pain is the ultimate tool for teaching the corrupt.
Executed. Yeah. Ah! Ha! Hi. Ha! Hi. Ha! Hi. Ha! Yeah.
wind shall remove any trace of your existence.
An ally has been slain.
Hi!
We're behind
We
in
have
gold.
slain an enemy.
Keep farming.
Hi! Yeah! Hi!
Enemy unstoppable. Your turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
Hi! Pain is the ultimate tool for teaching the corrupt.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah! Yeah! Hi! Yeah! Yeah! Hi!
Ultimate not ready yet.
Hi! Ha!
Assemble.
The wind shall remove any trace of your existence.
An ally has been slain.
Hi! Ha! Yeah!
Retreat.
Ha! Yeah!
Our high ground tower is under attack.
Ha!
Our
Yeah!
high ground tower is under
Yeah.
attack. An enemy has been slain.
Ha! Copy that.
Your turret
Hi!
has been destroyed.
Pain is the ultimate tool for teaching the corrupt.
Killing spree. An enemy has been slain.
Face Mother Nature. Ha! Yeah! Hi! Hi! Hi!
Your team has destroyed
Yeah.
a turret.
Ha! Yeah!
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Yeah!
Ha! Retreat. Rampage. Enemy double kill. Enemy triple kill. Shut down. An ally has been slain.
Hack.
Your turret has been destroyed. Our high ground tower is under attack.
Purify everything.
Your turret has been destroyed.
The world and my soul.
An ally has been slain. Our high ground tower is under attack.
Yeah!
Our crystal is under attack.
Your
turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain. You have
Wait.
slain an enemy.
Wait. Silence. Yeah!
Retreat. Our crystal is under attack. Retreat. Enemy killing
Wait.
spree.
Ha! Yeah! Forgive
Have
me.
been slain.
We have bad
Our
equipment.
crystal is under
Don't
attack.
team fight.
Defeat.
Wow, this Vietnam player, Holy shit, I don't think I'm going to match with... I'm going to dodge Vietnam players if they are on my team. Well, this Vietnam player is the most trash Vietnam player I've ever seen. And this Xiang Yu is... I thought this Xiang Yu is dual Q, but two of them are garbage, man. Damn it, I should have reported like feet. 39% damage. Wow. These kind of teammates are just like... What caused my blood to boil, man? Oh, fine. Five straight wins. They give me one trashy team. Okay, that's fine. Oh, literally nothing I can do, man. The enemy support keeps targeting me. The Lee Sin keeps split pushing. Nobody is there to stop him. The Da Qiao is just AFK. Our Mo Zi is and me is the only one that's playing, man. Like the Xiang Yu is completely useless. Let's see his damage. 19%. Okay, fine. He has some users, but he died 8 times. This jungler is useless. This support is useless. Oh. I'm not gonna start this game because there's 2 Brazilian players. You know what, Brazil? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna start this game. It's just way too risky. And I'm not sure what this flag is. I think this is a Macau flag. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, I don't want to be matched against a Chinese player with no Chinese player of my own. That's just asking for trouble. So I'll try to dodge this game. Okay, let's see. Is there something I could have done better this game? Yeah, I could have. I think I have enough gold to sort my boots out at the end. I should have done that. Once I was like sort of altered by the Dong Huang, I should have swapped the boots out. I mean, that's the only thing that's the only real mistake in that game. My other plays were okay. And I've come to realize that this is not the Hong Kong flag. This is just like oh my god, I have 3 minutes worth of wait time. I think I'll end the stream here. It's been a 2-hour stream, so pretty long already. And it's a 3-minute cooldown, so I can't just let you guys sit around and wait for 3 minutes. So I think I will end the stream here today. Thank you for viewing. Probably we'll start another stream later today, because the game day actually resets at 1 PM my local time. So after 1 PM, I won't have the cooldown, the match cooldown debuff, not debuff but penalty anymore. Then I'll be able to stream the game again. But until then, I will always keep having longer and longer match cooldowns when I try to dodge a game. So yeah, that will be the stream, end of the stream. Thank you guys, anybody, for viewing the stream at all. See you guys on the stream later today. How do I close this? And